So I just wrapped up shooting a video and it just kind of got me in a reflective mood. And I was thinking back on some of the jobs we got to work on and some of the people we got to work with. I just want to try kind of a different video where I just kind of reminisce on some of that. I would love to hear some of your stories. So if you would put them down in the comments, I'd love to read through any feedback or comments or stories that you'd like to share. I was just thinking back on, some of the fun projects that I've worked on or some of the awesome customers that I've worked for. If you don't know this about me, I do not have kids, but I love kids. I spent a lot of time serving in kids ministry over the last 4 or 5 years. And since we've moved out here, we're now an hour away from our church, and it kind of stinks. I miss seeing those kids and everything on the Sundays. So I'm having to adjust to that. But one of the things that I love working on is doing mitigation for families. I had a customer, she had a couple boys, and I would just take time to have conversation with her boys. I think they were 2 and 5 or 3 and 5 or something like that. But I was there for 2 or 3 days and would chat with them in the morning or chat with them when they're out playing in the yard and stuff with their parents. At the end of the project, they made me some art project, and they were curious, hey, what was below the slab and what were you doing? So I kind of explained it to them. And, I had the buckets of sand that I was hauling out of there. And yep, this is what was below your house. And they were playing with it. And I've always appreciated when we get to help families that have kids. It just brings me a lot of enjoyment, especially when you get their radon results back or the eco trackers are running really low at the end of the job. So that's one thing that brings me a lot of satisfaction with this job. Another thing that we got to do a few years ago now, we got a couple school projects that we got to work on. They had tunnels, which was super cool, really creepy, but super cool to work in, a tunnel under classrooms and stuff. So that was a really fun project. And again, we got to help kids. So those were fun projects. Something new. I love a challenge. It can be frustrating when you're in it, especially if you don't have help. Fortunately, I had to help with Josh Kerr from the Department of Health, who's a great resource. So thank you, Josh, if you're watching. Those projects are always fun. The ones that are challenging, the big ones, the ones that other guys are afraid to take on. Sometimes you can learn so much from. So if you are not brand new, but you can figure out pressure field extension testing, I would not shy too far away from taking on those projects because you learn a ton on them. One of the other things I was thinking about is all the guys in this industry that have been doing it forever and are retiring or on the verge of retirement or partially retired, and that's Bill Broadhead. I think Doug Clatter is kind of retired now. Bruce Sneed is now retired officially, and those guys are just a wealth of knowledge that I've learned so much from. So yeah, I'm just super grateful for all the guys that have taken the time to show me, and hopefully I've been able to show you through this YouTube channel some of the things that I've learned. So some of those guys I just want to call out a thank you to. Bill Broadhead, first and foremost, has shared so much with so many people. So thank you, Bill. Jack Bartholomew taught my very first radon course, him and Bill Angel. So thank you guys. Rest in peace, Jack. Chad Robinson, you're the man, Chad. Josh Kerber, you also have helped me a ton. So thank you, thank you. Bruce Sneed, obviously, you just retired. Forever grateful for you and for your amazing ability to make a very dry topic like radon measurement incredibly interesting. We're gonna miss you. Rick Sullen at Radonaway. I spent a ton of time on the phone with Rick back when I was first getting started, and you helped me a ton, so thank you, Rick. I know I'm missing somebody, or probably several people, but those are the main ones that come to mind. So thank you guys. I appreciate all you've shared with me and all that I've been able to share with other people.